Hey, today I'm going to show you some real simple ways of speeding up your computer. First, the most basic ones are going to be your disk cleanup and your disk defrag. You go to your start menu. If you're on Vista, this looks kind of the same, but if you're on XP, you just want to go to your all programs. And then you're going to come to accessories. And you want to go to System Tools, and then your disk cleanup. And while that's figuring itself out, I will go back here and just start the disk defrag as well. So Systems Tools, and you have your disk defrag. So if you're on Windows 7 or Windows Vista, this is already set to defrag probably once a week, so you don't have to worry about it. Mine was done last week, maybe Tuesday or so. So if you're on Windows XP, I generally will do a disk cleanup and then do a disk defrag, and honestly I'd do it maybe once a month. And for the most part, you can go through here and just select everything except for your compressed files, which you'll have on XP. Your compressed files basically are taking files that you don't use a lot, compressing them down into a smaller file. So if you undo that, then it's just going to do it over again, and it's pointless. So you can check all of those. The other thing, you can go to more options, and you can clean up your restore points. Basically, your computer creates restore points, and you really only need the last one, so you can delete the most recent. So just go back here to disk cleanup, click OK, and delete files. And then, like I said, if you're on XP, then you want to also, once this is done, run your disk defrag. And since I am not on XP, and it is doing it for me, I'm just going to go away. So the other thing we want to do is you're going to go to your start menu, you're going to come over to computer, and you're going to right click on computer. You're going to go down to your properties, and again Vista is going to look similar to this. If you're in XP, you're probably just going to get a box that looks closer to this, and you want to click on the Advanced tab. There's probably like 2 levels of tabs. So click on Advanced. We're going to go to our settings, and the first one I'll push is Adjust for Best Performance, which will actually clear all of these, and then I'll go back in and set some stuff so that we get the look that we want. Arrow peak, if you have Vista or XP, you have, or Vista or Windows 7, you have arrow peak, and that's basically when you scroll over something that's open, you'll see the things that are running in the background. I enjoy that. Desk composition, I enjoy having, and then the transparent glass. The other ones that you can pick, especially when you're in XP, is show thumbnails instead of icons. So when you're in your pictures, it shows the picture rather than, you know, what file type it is. Translucent selection rectangles I also choose. And then you want to drop shadow for icon labels on your desktop, which if you don't have that turned on, you will end up getting this square around your name, which is just annoying, I guess. So I always take that out, or click that as well, and then use visual style for the windows, so you have your cool looking windows. And on XP there's one other one that's around here, something about contents or something. Sorry, I don't have XP, but you'll know that you click the right one when you are in, say, pictures, and you have like this area right here. If you don't have that area, just come back to this in here, and it's It's right around here. It's like one of the last three. You can click that and it'll enable you to do slideshow, do the slideshow and stuff like that. You'll notice a difference if you've had XP for a while, and you'll see that menu is a little bit different. So the next thing we want to do is go to Advanced and then change the virtual memory. Most of the time it will give you a recommended, and for the most part you can just go with the recommended. So you want to click on custom size, and the initial size I do the recommended, and then the maximum size I do the recommended. And so it just depends on your preference at times. Mine actually says I can go a lot higher. I know my memory is actually about here, and so that's pretty much what I leave it at. So for XP or Vista, you're fine with just going with your recommended. There's nothing wrong with that. Save all that. It'll usually ask you to restart your computer after that, so go ahead and restart your computer. And then when you are back, we're going to go to our start menu again. In XP you have Run. If you're in Vistas or Windows 7, you can just do your run from here, and we're going to go to MS Config. We're going to select Selective Startup. We're going to go to our Startup, and then we're just basically going to go through and turn off some of the startup. XP, generally you can just shut it all off except for whatever you're running for your spyware, and if you're on a laptop, anything that's going to do your the pointing device, whatever your pad for the laptop. Other stuff basically will start up as you start using things. So I have a few things that are still going that I usually have turned off anyway, but for the most part you can go through here, anything from Adobe, any of your video players or music players, Real Player, Windows Media, all your iTunes, all Apple stuff, Yahoo, QuickTime, anything like that. Stuff that says whatever your company, the company of the computer is. So if it's like HP system stuff or Sony system stuff, generally you won't want to turn those off right away. I just stick with the stuff and then hit apply, OK, restart, and if your computer's running fine still, everything seems to work, then you can come back in here and check some of these other things and just do a couple at a time, just to make sure some of the stuff doesn't shut stuff off that you need to use. Like I have a bio, and if I shut, I'm not even sure which one of these I shut off, maybe this one right here. Whenever I try to put the computer to sleep, it just crashes. So there's some things you just want to keep on, and then after you do that, hit apply and OK, and then it's going to ask you to restart your computer. So hopefully that helps out. The other thing that I'd suggest is if you have a spyware that is out of date, or any other programs that are out of date, you want to just get rid of those. So like McAfee or Norton, if you're not using it, you want to get rid of it and get a free spyware. I use AVG. Avast is good. AVAST is another good freeware, and then Windows actually has its own. I think it's called like Windows Security Essentials or something like that. But you want to go to your Start menu, Control Panel, and then this will look like this for Windows and Vista. But for XP, you just want to go to Add and Remove Programs. For Vista and Windows 7, it's Programs and Features, and then just find the programs on here, one that you're not using, and two that are, well, if they're out of date and you're not using, you might as well just get rid of them. If you have a specific software from the manufacturer, You might want to keep it in. I have a lot of BIOS stuff here, which I don't necessarily enjoy having cluttering up my computer, but sometimes when you get rid of that stuff, other things quit working, so you're just best off leaving it in there. But if you know you have like tons of games, like, you know, that you don't use, like Yahoo Messenger, I don't even use it. Some of the companies I work through, they want me to have it. So anyways, stuff you don't use, just get rid of it, and then that should help out. So I shall make some other videos and answer some other questions for you, and if you have any other questions, just go ahead and post a comment with something you're having a problem with, and I will try to get to it as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.